guys, Opal here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a fairy core build and I'm just using the mushroom manor and the fairy bloss home, and I wanted this build to feel quite natural and earthy, but I did use the what is that haunted biome called? I used those purple trees from there and then the regular trees from the biome, the fir trees, and I just used the leafy path and I bordered it with lots of flowers and bushes and then some rocks. I also used beach grass everywhere in the build because I really love how it looks and it gives a really overgrown feel. I used a lot of barrels and boxes and things like that to give a very rustic look, and I also really wanted to have a farm in this build, so I put the farm right beside the entrance and I'm just placing some items that I think might look nice in the area. And then I just start bordering the pathing with some ferns and stuff like that, just so we don't have to use just as many rocks when we go and border off the path. And then I just skipped me bordering off all of the pathing because it took a really long time. So here's it cut to when it's all done, and yeah, I really like how this looks. It looks super natural, and it looks even more natural when I go back in and put lots of flowers and other bushes around. This is where I'm making that garden space, so I just put lots of rustic items and I think I put onions in there. And I did try to use the fairy godmother stuff in this build, but I thought it just looked a little bit too elegant for the space, so I ended up not going with these. But I would love to do another fairy core build in the future where it's sort of more like elegant and yeah. I did really want to use that elegant gazebo, and I did actually end up using it later on in the build for a cute little sitting area. I also just forgot to path off this back area, so I just did that quickly, and I kept this one pretty open just because of the fishing spot right there. And then I just add a little bit of rocks to the pathing, and then I added those little clusters of rocks, and I just put these in a couple little spaces to fill it out a little bit more. So here's where I planted the onions, and then I just bordered off around the garden, and I tried to extend it, but I didn't really like how it looked because it was uneven, so I just went with the single border. And then I just filled up the back with trees and a lot of foliage in the front. And for a pathing, I just used some rocks leading up to the garden. I really couldn't decide what to do with this back area because I knew I wanted to have a little bit of a centerpiece, something to look at behind the fountain, but I think everything looked a little bit too put together for the space. So I ended up going with these chalices and then putting a really elegant sitting area at the back, but it still looks good from the front. And then this is where I decided that the elegant gazebo would look super good here. So I just rearranged it to make it all fit. And then I just started on the little areas, filling them with foliage and bushes. I put a few of the wild tangle plants in this build just because I love how overgrown it makes everything look. My goal was really just to have everything look super overgrown, and I think in the end it looks really good, especially because afterwards I put lots of flowers around to fill up even more of the spaces. One of my favorite things to do is grab the beach grass and put the butterfly flowers inside of them when it's the tall variant of the beach grass. I think it looks super pretty. So I tried to do that a lot in this build. And for the final touch, I'm just adding some flowers in the build. I just add a lot of yellow and orange and red flowers. And here is the final walkthrough of the build. I really love how it turned out. My little garden area. I love all the different colors of flowers and foliage. I think it looks super natural and overgrown. And I especially love the little fairy sitting area over here. I think it's super cute. Here are some overview shots of the build. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed this video.